snapshot of Britain in the 80s. Beachgoers in the seaside town of Bournemouth, a place which has always been a magnet for holidaymakers and seasonal workers. Fast forward to the final days of this summer and the change is undeniable. In the Bournemouth area between the 2011 and 2021 censuses, the non-British born population went up by 47%, and immigration everywhere has risen significantly since then. On the seafront, we find immigration is something white British people want to talk about, but not openly and not on camera.
The whole atmosphere of the place has changed, and it's strange to hear foreign languages spoken so frequently in our country.
Does that make you feel uncomfortable?
It does.
Is it the number of migrants that's coming? What is it?
Reportedly so, and visually that seems to be the case. I mean, we see what we see.
What do you see?
I don't see many, I suppose, white British people around.
Why does that trouble you?
Sorry, I can't answer that question.
The woman we're talking to asks for a minute to gather her thoughts. It's a question at the heart of Britain's tortured relationship with migration, and for some can be uncomfortable to consider.
It's like a sensitive, emotional... I remember how it was. I remember the community. I'm worrying that our society as Brits is being undermined by the people who are coming in.
For decades, Britain has wrestled with the thorny issue of migration. Who should be allowed into the country and from where? Migration to the UK has changed since Brexit, but not in the way people who voted to leave Europe might have expected. 9 years ago, I visited Bournemouth to talk to people about migration ahead of the referendum. We've come back to the Cumberland Hotel. The EU flag no longer flies. It's a hotel where a decade ago, the majority of the workforce were non-British EU citizens, many from Eastern Europe. Sean Nell is the general manager and has worked at the hotel since before Brexit.
Morning. A lot of our workforce were EU nationals, and obviously Brexit, a lot of them have left. They find other work, other than hospitality. A lot of our workforce we see now that we can recruit from is probably South Asia.
The staff gathered together for their own breakfast after the morning service tells the story of where most of the new recruits now are coming from. 28-year-old Shardul Thomas is from Delhi and works part-time at the Cumberland behind the bar. He did a master's in sports management and, like many others, came to the UK on a student visa. He says post-Brexit trade agreements with India opened up new opportunities for South Asians.
After Brexit, the Europeans were less, so we were able to get good jobs. It's good about people coming for good life, getting good life, upgrading their life.
When I first came to the Cumberland Hotel, Margaret Kubik from Poland was the assistant restaurant manager.
We enjoy breakfast, ladies.
9 years later, we tracked her down.
So the first roundabout, we do nice and easy, left first exit.
We discovered she's left the hospitality industry to work as a self-employed driving instructor.
When we meet 9 years ago, we as the Polish people, we were very much accused of taking the jobs from English people, yes. And then now we are replaced by the South Asian people. Now they start at the bottom.
In Bournemouth, just like many other towns in the UK, protests have sprung up outside hotels housing asylum seekers. The hotels have almost become a focal point for wider concerns about migration. We find the subject isn't as difficult to discuss amongst a crowd of like-minded people.
We don't know who they are. We don't know who these people are. Who are they?
It makes you feel it's not England anymore.
The asylum hotel protests are generally countered by groups who are more sympathetic towards migrants. Do you feel the fabric of your town, if you were born here, has changed significantly because of migration?
No, because it's always been a place where foreign language students visit. I think this lot down the road, they need somebody to hate. Now it's the Muslims, now it's the refugees. 10 years ago it's the Poles, the Eastern Europeans.
With more councils vowing to launch legal challenges over the government's use of asylum hotels, the immigration protest movement shows no sign of abating, and Bournemouth, like so many other places, continues to wrestle with its identity. Lisa Holland, Sky News, Bournemouth.